Welcome back to Rare US Coin, the channel where we explore some of the most fascinating, rare, and valuable coins from the history of the United States. If you are passionate about coins, collecting, and the hidden treasures that can sometimes be found in the most unexpected places, then you are in the right place. Today, we are going to talk about a truly amazing discovery, one that has caught the attention of coin collectors, investors, and enthusiasts all over the world. We are focusing on a United States 1-cent coin from the year 1967. Believe it or not, this single penny, which most people would overlook and perhaps even toss aside, has a shocking market value of over $585,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. A coin that originally had a face value of just 1 cent can now be worth as much as $585,333 in today's market. Now you may be wondering how this is even possible. After all, 1967 was not that long ago compared to some of the truly ancient coins that collectors chase. So why is this particular coin so special, and why do collectors place such a high value on it? To understand this, we need to dive deeper into the world of coin minting, history, rarity, and the unique qualities that make this coin stand out from millions of others. Let us start with a bit of history. The year 1967 was an important period in American coinage. It was the height of the coin collecting craze that swept the United States in the 1960s. Because of this, the United States Mint made some significant decisions to try and discourage hoarding of coins. During this time, the Mint suspended the use of mint marks on coins. This means that coins from 1965, 1966, and 1967 were struck without any mint marks, regardless of whether they were produced in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. This decision alone makes coins from 1967 unique in their own way, but what really pushes this penny into the category of rare treasures are its errors, variations, and condition. Some 1967 1-cent coins were struck with mistakes such as double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual metal compositions. These types of minting errors are like lottery tickets for collectors. They are incredibly rare, often only a handful exist, and because of that, collectors are willing to pay enormous amounts of money to own them. The particular 1-cent coin that sold for over $585,000 is believed to be a rare error coin, preserved in immaculate condition. When a coin is graded by professional grading services, its condition plays a huge role in its value. For example, a regular 1967 penny that you might find in your pocket change today is worth only 1 cent. Even in uncirculated condition, it might bring a few dollars. But when you take a coin with a rare minting error and it is also graded as nearly perfect, the value skyrockets. Imagine holding a penny in your hand that looks like every other penny, yet hidden in the small details is a striking error that turns it into a $500,000 piece of history. That is exactly what happened here. Collectors are not just buying metal. They are buying history, rarity, and the story behind the coin. Now let us talk about the factors that make this coin worth so much. Number 1, rarity. The coin must be extremely rare and almost impossible to find in circulation. Number 2, condition. The coin must be preserved in mint state or near perfect condition, meaning it shows no signs of wear, scratches, or handling. Number 3, demand. Collectors must want it, and in the world of numismatics, demand can drive prices into the stratosphere. And finally, number 4, the story. Every coin has a story, and when that story connects with history and uniqueness, it becomes a treasure. The story of the 1967 1-cent penny worth over $585,000 is a reminder that coins are much more than just currency. They are tiny time capsules, each one carrying the legacy of the era in which it was made. It is fascinating to think that millions of 1967 pennies were struck, yet only a handful of them are so valuable. This means that treasure might be hiding in plain sight, waiting for the right collector to discover it, and here is the exciting part. You might be able to find one yourself. Yes, it is true. While the odds are slim, people do occasionally discover valuable error coins in pocket change, in old jars of coins, or collections passed down through family members. That is why I always encourage viewers to check their coins carefully. Take a magnifying glass, look for doubling on the letters or numbers, examine the edges, and study the details. What seems like an ordinary penny could turn out to be your ticket to a life-changing amount of money. The market for rare coins has been growing year after year, and stories like this inspire collectors to keep searching. Even though most coins are only worth their face value, the thrill of finding that one rare gem makes the hobby so exciting. It is a blend of history, treasure hunting, and investment all rolled into one. So, to everyone watching, the next time you see a 1967 1-cent coin, do not just dismiss it. Hold on to it, study it, and think about the history it represents. You never know, it could be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Before I wrap up this video, let me say thank you to all of you who watch and support Rare US Coin. This channel is dedicated to bringing you stories about hidden treasures, fascinating history, and the true value of coins that many people overlook. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with other collectors, and subscribe to Rare US Coin for more exciting content. Remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes, that story can be worth more than you ever imagined. Who knows, the next big discovery might be sitting in your pocket right now. Keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, maybe you will be the next person to uncover a coin worth $500,000. Thank you for watching Rare US Coin. Until next time, happy collecting and keep an eye out for those hidden treasures. Today we are going to talk about one of the most exciting and mind-blowing discoveries in the coin collecting community. Believe it or not, a simple 1-cent coin, a penny minted in 1970 in Denver, known as the 1970 D. Lincoln cent, has been valued at an unbelievable market price of $585,332. That's right, a single penny, the smallest coin in your pocket change, can be worth more than a brand new luxury car or even a house. Now let's dive deep into the history, the rarity, and the reasons why this 1-cent coin has gained such massive value in the collector's market. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It has been one of the longest-running coin series in American history. Over the decades, many errors, varieties, and minting oddities have turned ordinary pennies into valuable collectibles. The 1970 D 1 cent is one of those coins that stands out because of its rarity and the attention it has received from serious coin collectors and investors. So what makes this coin so special and so valuable? It all comes down to its minting errors, varieties, and condition. During the 1970s, the Denver Mint produced millions of pennies, but among them, a very small number had striking mistakes or double die errors. These mistakes happen when the coin's design is accidentally imprinted twice but slightly off, creating a doubling effect. Collectors love these varieties because they are so rare and hard to find. The 1970 D. Lincoln cent in top condition is especially valuable if it shows the double die obverse, meaning the front side of the coin where Abraham Lincoln's portrait is located has doubling in the lettering, the numbers, or the motto. If you look closely under magnification, you might see doubling in the date 1970 or in the words Liberty and In God We Trust. These subtle differences make a world of difference in the coin's value, but here's the real shocker. While most of these coins might fetch a few hundred or even a few $1,000s depending on grade and rarity, one single 1970 D penny in almost perfect mint state condition has sold for over $585,000 at auction. That is the kind of discovery that changes lives and proves why it is so important to check your pocket change and coin jars. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you thrown pennies aside or ignored them because they seemed worthless? This story shows us that even the smallest coin can hide a fortune. Coin collectors around the world are constantly searching through rolls of pennies from banks, old collections, and even flea markets to spot rare dates and varieties. The 1970 D double die penny is one of the holy grails of modern coinage, and its high market value proves just how passionate collectors are. Now let's talk about grading. A coin's value depends heavily on its grade, which means its condition. The best coins are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. They examine the coin under magnification, check for wear, scratches, luster, and strike quality, and then assign a grade on a scale from 1 to 70. A grade of 70 means flawless perfection. The higher the grade, the higher the value. The $585,332 penny was in nearly flawless condition, making it one of the rarest examples known. Imagine holding a penny that is worth more than $500,000. The thrill of discovering such a coin is what keeps collectors motivated and excited. Some of them spend years, even decades, hunting for these treasures. And the truth is, rare coins like this do exist out in the wild. Sometimes they show up in circulation, sometimes they are found in old collections, and sometimes they are hiding in plain sight. So what should you do if you find a 1970 penny in your change? The first thing is to check the mint mark. If it has a little D under the date, that means it was minted in Denver. Next, grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe and carefully inspect the date and the words on the front of the coin. Look for doubling, unusual markings, or anything that seems off. If you suspect you might have something valuable, the best step is to get it graded by a professional service. This is where patience and knowledge come into play. Not every 1970 penny is worth a fortune, but the few that are can make you rich. That's why education is so important in coin collecting. The more you learn about varieties, errors, and grading, the better your chances of spotting hidden gems. On this channel, Rare US Coins, our goal is to educate, inspire, and share the amazing stories behind these pieces of history. Every coin tells a story, not just about money but about America's past, its economy, its craftsmanship, and the surprises that can still be discovered today. The 1970 1 cent valued at $585,332 is not just a coin, it is a reminder that treasures are all around us. Sometimes they are hiding in plain sight, waiting for the right person to recognize their value. So next time you get change from the store, don't just throw your pennies in a jar. Take a closer look. Who knows, you might be holding a life-changing discovery. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins that could be worth thousands, make sure to subscribe to Rare US Coins and give this video a thumbs up. Share it with your friends and family so they too can start checking their coins. You never know, the next big discovery might be in their pocket. Thank you for watching, and remember, every coin has a story, and some stories are worth a fortune. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep the history of coins alive. Rare US Coins, the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of American coins, rare collectibles, and the hidden treasures that might just be sitting in your pocket change right now. Today we are going to talk about an incredible discovery in the coin collecting world. A coin that might look ordinary at first glance but could actually be worth a fortune. I am talking about the 1989 Lincoln 1 cent coin, a coin that most people overlook, but in certain conditions and varieties, it has been valued at a jaw-dropping market price of up to $585,331 US. Yes, you heard that right. Over $500,000 for a single penny. Now, you might be asking yourself, how is it possible that a coin with a face value of just 1 cent could be worth such a staggering amount of money? The answer lies in rarity, condition, mint errors, and the historical background of the coin itself. Every coin tells a story, and the 1989 penny is no different. So let's break down what makes this coin so special and why collectors all around the world are searching for it. First, let's talk about the design. The 1989 Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint. On the obverse side, you will find the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has been a part of American coinage since 1909. On the reverse side, you have the Lincoln Memorial, a design created by Frank Gasparo. At first glance, this coin looks just like every other penny you have ever held in your hand. But here's where things get really exciting. Certain 1989 pennies were struck with minting errors or produced in extremely limited quantities under unique conditions. These are the coins that collectors are willing to pay massive sums for. One of the key things to look for is the quality of the strike and the condition of the coin. A coin that has been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition, sometimes called mint state, can fetch a far higher value than one that has been worn down by years of circulation. Collectors use grading systems to determine the value of coins, and the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes, but condition is only one part of the equation. What really sets the 1989 D penny apart is the possibility of rare errors. Mint errors happen when something goes wrong during the coin production process. This could be anything from an off-center strike, a double die error, wrong planchet errors, clipped planchets, and many other unusual mistakes. These errors make the coin unique, one of a kind, and highly desirable for collectors. Imagine owning a coin that is literally 1 in a million. That is the thrill that drives collectors to pay astronomical prices for coins like the 1989 D penny. The coin market is constantly evolving and prices can change dramatically based on demand, rarity, and collector interest. Recently, the market value of the rare 1989 D Lincoln 1-cent coin has been reported as reaching up to $585,331 in auctions and private sales. That means if you are lucky enough to have one of these rare coins in your collection, you could be sitting on a life-changing treasure without even knowing it. Now, let's talk about how you can identify whether your 1989 D penny is one of these valuable treasures or just an ordinary cent. Start by carefully examining the coin under good lighting. Look for unusual features such as doubling in the letters or numbers, especially in the date 1989 and the mint mark D. Pay close attention to the words "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and "United States of America" on the reverse. If you notice any doubling, misalignment, or unusual marks, you may be holding an error coin. Next, evaluate the condition. If your coin looks brand new, with no scratches, dents, or wear, you could have a mint state coin. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can officially grade your coin and certify its authenticity. A certified coin always commands a higher value on the market because buyers have confidence in its quality. One of the best parts about coin collecting is that you never know where you might find treasure. These rare coins can turn up in pocket change, coin rolls from the bank, old piggy banks, or collections passed down through generations. So never underestimate the power of a single penny. As we continue to explore rare coins on this channel, I always remind my viewers that knowledge is power. The more you learn about what to look for, the better your chances of discovering hidden gems that others overlook. That's why Rare US Coins is here, to guide you through the fascinating world of numismatics and help you uncover the secrets behind every coin. So if you have a 1989 D penny, I encourage you to take a close look at it. Who knows, you might be holding one of the rarest and most valuable coins in American history. And if you don't have one yet, don't worry. There are always opportunities to find amazing coins out there. The key is patience, persistence, and passion for the hobby. Before we wrap up, let's quickly recap. The 1989 D Lincoln 1-cent coin has an ordinary face value of 1 penny, but in rare cases, with the right errors and in perfect condition, it can reach a staggering market value of $585,331. Always check your coins carefully, pay attention to the small details, and remember that treasure could be hiding in plain sight. Thank you for watching Rare US Coins. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content about rare and valuable coins, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Share this video with your friends and family, because who wouldn't want to know that a penny could be worth more than $500,000. Until next time, happy collecting, and always keep your eyes open for the hidden treasures in your pocket change.